Hi friends, so in this video I'll show you how to write unit test for Azure Functions. Okay, so let's get started quickly. So to write unit test for Azure Function, okay, so we need to follow the following steps that I'll show you in the second slide. So first we need to create Azure Function project and need to write any sample function. After that we need to create a MS test project in Visual Studio. So friends, I am using Visual Studio 2019 for this video, and then once we have created the MS test project, we need to give the reference to Azure Functions project. Okay, and after that we can write unit test using the test method in the test project, and in the test method we can easily call the Azure function that we have created in Azure Functions project, because by default it is in a static class and a static method, so we can directly call the test method. So let's first do the this step. So let me go to the Visual Studio 2019. I'll go and create a new project. This project should be of type Azure Functions. Okay, so Azure Functions, and this one create, and here I am going to select. As you already know that we can use different triggers for the Azure Functions, so here I am using the HTTP trigger so that I can call it using get or post method. For the authorization level and storage account, so storage account I have selected none. I am not using any storage account with this function. And authorization level, I want to be called this as a anonymous, so anyone can call directly using the URL. So by default now the project has been created. Here you can see this is the function name, this is a static class, this is a static function. As I already told that it will create a static class and a static function. Okay, this is the HTTP trigger in which you can define whether it will be called using get or post. So here I am, it is by default mentioning that it can be called using the get or post method. Okay, so for now I am removing the unnecessary things like logging, and then I am removing this statement. Here I am removing this also. I just want to simply return hello and the name that we have passed. Hello space plus name. Okay. Yeah. So here request.query, so it will pick the name from the query string, right? So we will pass the name as query string. I need to remove this, and directly we can see like this. So we can say that if this is null, then it will return nothing. So we cannot apply it here. In the next line we can do, or we can do here also. Okay, so let me run this function. It will open the Azure Functions tool command line. Okay, and here when it will run, it will show you the URL. So to debug it on local, you can run this function using the URL that it has given. So you can see hello, And for debugging, let me apply the breakpoint over here. Let me run this. So this is the name, this is the URL. Okay, so you can change the name as well. So we don't have passed any query string of name here, so name is null, and I have applied it. If it is null, then it will be empty. Okay, so it will give you only hello. If I go and pass query string as my name, then it will go and give us hello Pravash. Okay, so this is all about the Azure function we have created. You can easily change the name of the function as you want. You can pass the query string as you want. You can remove the get or post based on your requirement that you want it to be called. Okay, so now let's come to the next step. Create MS Test project in Visual Studio and give reference to Azure Functions project we have created. So let me create a test project. So here I'll going to create a new, we have to create a new project, and I'll select MS Test for .NET Core. So this one, next, create. So by default it has created a unit test project. Our next step is to add the project reference that we have created already. So I have created this function f4, so I have given the reference as well. I'm going to build. It is built successfully. Here now I can use the function class and call the method, like this is the name of the class, function1. We have to give the reference dot run. So it can be called like this here, but we have a problem over here that we need to pass the HTTP request here. Okay, so for HTTP request we need to create some custom class so that we can create the HTTP object, request object and pass that. So we need to create a new class. We can name it as text factory. Okay, here we can write a method. It can be static class, so we don't need to create the object of the class. Public static HTTP request. It will return the HTTP request, and we will write the name as HTTP request. Okay, need to give the reference. Now we will write here where context equal to new HTTP context, or it will be the default HTTP context. Okay, where request equal to context dot context dot request. Okay, okay, so I have already written a class, then I can take it from there. Okay, so let me quickly copy paste from my another project this test factory class. So this one I can take from here and paste here. So this is not a static class, so that's not a problem now. And here we can, I'm using control dot for apply the using for the statement. So now I can easily pass here, it need test factory dot create HTTP request. I can pass the query string name, like query string key is name, so I am passing name from here. Okay, it will return some result. Okay, so through this method now you are calling your first that you have created the Azure function. Okay, and we can here match if again I want to take the result from this one, unit test one. So this is this kind of we can use. So we are using function one dot run name. I have changed and remove this logger. So for the logger that I have removed before, you can also create another method in this test factory and define how the mocking logging object will take from here. Okay, so what I am doing here and checking this, so we don't need a await here. So here hello Pravesh, you can try catch over here so that if some exception occurs then you can fail this unit test, and if there is no exception then and assert or equal is passed, then you can easily okay. So now your function is ready. You can let me build first. I can run this, run test. So here you can see it is running and this is passed, so it is saying one passed. So the test method we have written is passing. Let me say hello test, or I can say hello test, and it is saying hello Pravesh. Then I am passing name as test, but then I am checking it like it will return hello Pravesh. So it should fail now. So you can see how it is failing. Now it is running and failed, one failed. So this type you can create unit test and you can check whether test case is successful or failed. So while deploying your application you can run the unit test project so that you will know whether your project has been successfully executing the test cases or not. Okay, okay friends, thanks for watching. If you have any questions you can write in comments. If you feel that this video is helpful for you then you can subscribe my channel and you can like this video.